What's up guys, it's kxvi here, back with another video. So you guys really seem to like my last video on how to make soul samples for Kanye West. So today I thought, why not take it a step further? This time we're diving into on how to make soul samples for RYLO. You have already heard the sample in the intro and at first glance it sounds simple. But trust me, the magic of these soul samples is the detail. So let's break it down piece by piece. Let's start off with the foundation, the drums. So for this sample I started off with a drum break from a kit I had. But don't worry if you don't have a drum break in some of your kits. You can just go to Splice and find some great drum breaks in there. Next, I want to add some chords to set the vibe. So I reached for my go-to preset, the Lamar Pure Piano, the Extra Body preset, and this would be our core melody. Listen closely on how the piano plays alongside the drum break and forms the backbone of the sample. So the way I structured the chords is pretty simple. I only used one chord, but kept it fresh on switching it up on the last phrase right here. That little tweak is what keeps it feeling dynamic, yet super simple and soulful. Now a soul sample isn't complete without that vintage organ sound. So I took the piano melody and copy and pasted it into my organ track an octave above. But I removed these rhythmic parts right here and added these note ones right here. Those quickly fluttering notes that you often hear in those classic soul records instantly gives the sample that old school churchy feel. And for this organ sound, I just went into Analog Lab and grab this organ smack right here. So this kit is from Retro Gyms from kxvi. It's an Element of Soul Analog Lab kit and it's the organ smacking one. And at this point we got the main elements for our soul record in place. So one of the most important ingredients to any soul sample are vocals. So I grabbed this vocal phrase from kxvi's sample pack, Elements of Soul, that fits the rhythm and the vibe the best.
He's so good!
So once I had the vocal laid in, the core of the sample really came together. It's that vocal phrase that ties the whole thing together. But we're not done yet. Let's get into detail that make this whole sample shine. So now that we got the main vibe down, I want to emphasize the rhythmic pattern of the piano melody. So to do that, I layered a deep epic brass sound with some strings. So for that I used session horns from Contact, some strings from BBC Orchestra and some flags for even more strings. So I basically just took the root notes of the piano melody and layered it with different instruments to give that rich, full sound. So when stacking sounds like this, it's all about blending instruments together so that they fill up the frequency range. So to balance out the depth of the lower instruments, I wanted to add some sparkle to the higher frequencies. So for that I used the bell sound from Heat Up 3, but any real bad instrument from the 70s like vibraphone, xylophone and glockenspiel works. So these high notes gives the sample a bit more texture and helps elevate the vintage soulful feel of it. So after listening back to the sample a few times, I found some small pockets that I could add some live trumpet stab. So I grabbed this one from Elements of Soul, and with that the sample was done. So when I started arranging the sample, I realized that after the main vocal plays, the sample felt a bit empty. So to add movement to the sample without overcrowding it with more instruments, I took the piano chords and built a melody to it. This added a sense of progression to the sample, but there's still one element missing. So I added a top line melody played by strings. It gives the sample that lush emotional quality that RYLO music often has. So now the sample has everything it needed. So I exported it into one single file and I started working on the drums. So first I start with the simple bounce played by the hi-hat and the clap and the counter snare. This is pretty simple, but then I grabbed an 808 and a kick, but I ran into a problem. So the sample is in G sharp minor right here, so when I lay down the 808 it sounds like this. This is pretty low for an 808 and sounds pretty muddy, so when I took it up an octave, I found it quite high. So to turn this around, I just took the sample right here and exported it up by 5 semitones. And now the 808 sounds like this. And with the kick, it sounds even better. And that's it guys, this was the video, hope you enjoyed it. If you're feeling this sample and you want to use it in your own tracks, you can download it for free with the link in the description down below. While you're there, if you learned something new, drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss any other video. If you want me to dive deeper into how I mix my samples to get that authentic, vintage, soulful vibe, let me know in the comments down below and I will make a special video just for that. Thanks for watching and let's see each other in the next one. Bye.